Last time on Knights of the Rolled Table, after having found XX Bloody Heart, a lich in the form of Drodos the Red Wizard was released. During the battle, Melbin the Paladin was disintegrated. After dispatching of Drodos, the party returned to Valentrell, where they sought out the High Cleric, Narsen Drell. He agreed to perform a resurrection spell if they would share information about the Knights. Drell also admitted to being part of the Platinum Syndicate, but trying to take it down from the inside. Melbin was brought back from death, and the team returned to Glorn to plan their next move.
Days after the events from last time when you all teleported back to the Temple of Glorn, Melbin, you are sore. You have been taking it easy. You've been relaxing, trying to recover. The spells of healing and rest have helped, but your body still aches a little bit from being revivified and basically brought back to life from nothing, from this very intense ceremony where it was you were reincarnated essentially from nothing. So you've had a lot of, what kind of feelings have you had? Like, what kind of thoughts have you had about just life and death and like what's going through Melbin's brain?
I think he's feeling pretty trepidatious about life now. Like, generally more cautious than he had been. I think a sudden disintegration will do that to a person.
Sure. And of course the disintegration came from this former wizard and then lich that you guys ran into in Boulder Bell in an old abandoned mansion of sorts, where you found another knight that you rescued named XX Bloody Heart, who is a assassin rogue who's been
that guy.
He's been kind of skulking around the Glorn Temple. You see him every once in a while, but he's still kind of just figuring out where things are. You've been healing as well, XX, but sort of getting your bearings on things and figuring out kind of how to get back and what your next mission is and that sort of thing. But you've been sort of getting to know some of the people, and you've met the 3 sorcerers and also this giant beholder that is super nice but kind of weird to see floating around. And you guys are preparing for your last rescue mission, which is in the sunless jungle in Ogjahar, on the continent of Ogjahar, the realm of Ogjahar, I should say. And this is the sort of mystery night that has gone that has been incommunicado, that you was sent on a secret mission, but that's not really any other information of who it is for some reason. So what have you guys done? Just real briefly, we'll go around and just say, like, if you've done anything, prepared anything, if you wanted to research anything based on the information that you were kind of challenged by Narsen Drell, who was the high cleric that helped bring back Melbin, but also Raffaella felt very suspicious of him as you visited the High Temple up in Valentrell. And he kind of challenged y'all with, like, if you find out any more information about these gods that are all over the realms, the one thing that kind of stood out to you when he was talking was that other than Lolth, which was mentioned in the mansion, is that none of the other demigods or gods or people that these people are worshiping have existed. Like, he doesn't recognize them. They're not old gods. They're either brand new gods or just they're not very good. Maybe like they just haven't been around or something like that. So that's the interesting kind of thing
they're beta gods.
Exactly. But let me know, if anybody wants to have been doing anything or kind of what you're doing in your downtime.
I assume Melbin was primarily recuperating and probably wouldn't have had a lot of time to do any research or anything.
For sure.
A lot of cardio and toning.
Yeah. Part of the Grumble Gate has a little workout room, where you can just beat against the wall, and it's pretty intense.
Standing intensely in shadows, jumping out real quick, jumping back.
Kind of satisfying hitting the wall. It's kind of fleshy, and you're kind of punching
nice.
back, but it doesn't hurt your fist, but it feels really good. It's like punching a punching bag, it's kind of soft, but gives resistance.
Excellent resistance. I've always-
I do still have that, or I had at one point before being disintegrated, the Deities and Demigods book. So
Yeah.
either I would have leafed through it, or I would have tried to get someone else to and look for these gods as well.
This is an interesting quandary. If someone is disintegrated, does everything on their person get brought back the way it was?
It's a good question.
Is it
Excellent question.
Is it like
DM.
is it like a time thing where they all get brought back at the time of their dismissal from the realm, or is it just their body and sort of a pictured like how all of their friends that reincarnated him brought him back? So I don't know. I'm thinking it's more of it's almost like we're bringing them back the way they were at the time of when they disintegrated, essentially.
We summoned him with our love,
I was redisintegrated.
and we don't love his books.
Yeah, leave those dork books away.
So I'll say yes. I'll say you came back the way you were. Just, I know that some people might have a problem with that, oh, he should have been naked and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, but look.
We didn't want to summon him naked.
Let's
we
just say that-
definitely summoned him with clothes.
This is a family-friendly podcast.
This version of True, True Resurrection?
Mm-hmm.
is convenient resurrection. So it's
Yeah.
It's True Resurrection at the point of when Melbin was disintegrated. It brought him back as he was at that moment. So when you were brought back, you were at 1 hit point and you were very weak and you have all your stuff, but it was, you're still pretty hurting.
So on the subject of that book, I would have had somebody.
Please look through this for the information.
Okay, so who wants to look at the book, the Demigods of the Feywild?
I'm actually a very gifted speed reader.
Okay, well, you have a couple days, so. And it's a pretty thick tome. Do you speak Sylvan? Do you speak Elvish?
I speak Elvish.
Of course. Okay, so you can read it. It's kind of an older Sylvan dialect, but you go ahead and make a let's see, for reading a book. Let's see. More specifically for understanding what they're talking about from reading the book, I will say just make a general intelligence check.
Okay. Oh no, that's a 9.
9. Okay. It's like reading through advanced calculus, for me at least. It's like I can kind of understand what they're saying, but I also don't understand how everything's tying together. It's like a lot of names and this begat that and this begat that, and it's a lot of droning on of
It's
different
no
sections.
Huxtable's choice.
No, it's not Huxtable's
Oh
choice.
boy, it goes down easy.
It is not. So, but what you do manage to glean from it is in the Feywild, there are different deities of the that are worshipped in the summer court, in the winter court. There are old gods from before the creation myth, and there are gods that are false gods, and it's not the newer gods that catch your eye, but the false gods and the old gods that you're kind of spending a little bit more time in those sections. A couple of names that stand out. One of them is Titania. And there's a whole section on that, and you're like, oh, pretty. And there's no
As
drawings.
a false god or an old
No, it's
god?
an old god. An old god. There's Hold on a sec. Do.
And I would relay this to the team.
Sure. Yeah, so everybody is learning this.
So I've been reading this book. It's rather droll, but there are some interesting pieces of information with these old gods and these false gods, and this Titania is apparently very good at accessorizing. So I respect
there is one known as Rusalka. They are kind of like gods of the waterways and rivers. There was one named Anko.
Anko?
It's a skeletal kind of like, it's described as having like big black wings and skeletal in nature, invisible. They bring death to fae that have
And
lived
these
long.
are all old gods?
These are all old gods.
It's like a thestral.
Yeah, kind of, but they're sort of like death angels that come down, and because a lot of fae try to cheat death, and they it's very death metal, yeah. So they try to cheat death. So these Anku they kind of go and hunt down fae that are cheating death, or that have gone into the prime material world, and they hunt them down and they bring them to the afterlife, essentially. And then there's also mention of Lolth, which is the darkness queen of night, and her feud with some other deities that you've heard of from before.
I will relay all of that in great detail, but while also voicing my opinions.
Yeah. Oh, and I should also, I forgot to mention also, and it also mentions Saloon. Saloon is a goddess of the moon, and who has a particularly long feud with Lolth as well. So being a goddess of night, but Saloon is the goddess of the moon, but she brings more like hope and tranquility, and a lot of sailors and journeyers pray to Saloon for peace and guidance as well.
It feels like a lot of vagrants.
Yes.
Undesirables.
Yes.
So,
Drunks,
anything else that
perhaps.
anybody wants to do?
XX Bloody Heart will come out of the woodwork when talking about that, and I'll say, wow, Titania? That sounds really familiar. I think I knew somebody who knew a Titania. Oh well, guess we'll never know who.
Okay. Now, also I should mention that while you guys are here, there's also several other knights that you've rescued that have been resting. A lot of them were pretty dehydrated, and they were captured for a while. Like there was the ones in the frozen wastes that were kind of just resting the past couple days and weeks or so. And they've kind of like, some of them have moved on. They've gone back to their original posts, or they've stuck around and they've tried to help out, and so there's a little bit more activity in the temple in general, in the Glorn, because there's a lot more things happening. There's people at any given time that are like eating dinner, or like talking about exchanging stories of their time in the Knights of the Realm. So you've gotten a chance to kind of get to know some of these people. Some of them have moved on, but I should just mention that, like, there's some of these people that you've rescued. Theo, you remember that the person that you rescued in Lothlorien, in the Zolar Spiral, was a tiefling that originally, when you first got to Glorn, I think, Cyrano, you were told that Cyrano was somebody that knew a lot about different animals of the realm, especially very exotic animals. So he might be somebody that would know about Rebecca and kind of more about her.
Rebecca lore.
Okay. Knock, knock, knock. Excuse me, Mr. Cyrano?
Yes. Theo, was it?
Yes, that's right, Theo. I was wondering, you said that you were an expert on beasts and animals of the world.
Oh, well, it's more of a hobby rather, but I do know quite a bit of not your usual animals. I mean, workhorse and boar and pig, but the things that are a little bit out there. I try to be a bit of a mystical beasts expert. You know, I that's what got me to travel around in the first place.
Oh yeah.
Why do you ask?
Well, I don't know if you've ever that like normal animals, cloven animals or domesticated animals. Have you ever heard legend or story of them taking on unusual characteristics?
Well, sure, there are legends. There are known issues of genetic recessive genes and things like that in science that has told us that how things are different. Like maybe a goat might have 3 horns or perhaps a third eye or something like that. Usually happens in 3s for some reason. But is this have anything to do with the little the wee lamb sheep that's been following you around?
Oh yes, in fact, exactly that. Well, come and take a look. I don't know if you even got the chance to pet her.
I have not. So you guys head down to this kind of like, not necessarily a stable, but sort of a makeshift stable you've created in one of the rooms. And he goes to inspect Rebecca and, oh, hello there. Hi. Oh, she's beautiful. Very unique. I've never seen wool quite like this before.
Right, it's almost like a metal.
And he touches it, and it kind of gives him this warm feeling. And he's like, this is... I do remember hearing about something like this, but I never thought I'd ever have the opportunity, the chance. This is a very rare strain of an ovine subculture that's thought to be extinct. I'll be honest with you, I didn't think I'd ever see them again. Well, mostly because they're not supposed to live for very long, to be honest. Or they live in very very dangerous places.
Dangerous places?
Yes, because of their high endurance for environmental aspects, they can withstand extreme heat, extreme cold. So they're not normally found in typical places that sheep would be found. In fact, the place they're found, well, the place that they were rumored to have been found is I don't know if you've ever heard of it, but it's kind of in the south of the world. It's called Drazan, and it's an island of volcanoes. Essentially, it's hot, barren, dry, smoky, nasty place. No one ever lives there. A bunch of creatures and monsters live there, and I've only visited once, and I barely lasted a couple of days. I didn't see any sheep there, but just breathing in the air, I had to wear masks, and it was awful. And there's rumored to be a giant population of different types of worms and drakes. So it's very dangerous. But these incredible sheep, that the legend is that their wool produces an arcane ability, and I'm sure you've noticed that there's probably something very intense about even being around her, much less touching the wool or using it into. I'm wondering, actually, have you used the wool, incorporating it into any armor or?
Well, no, I didn't even know if it could be sheared or if it would grow back.
Well, aye, it's treated as regular wool, but its innate properties allow it some extra benefits. But the other thing is, and he kind of gets close to Rebecca and kind of strokes her head a little bit, and then like his eyes flare up, and he's kind of doing like a little identify kind of thing, and then he's like, "Oh yes. Well, I can't be certain, but in small doses, the wool could be used for temporary aid in healing and bringing back, possibly helping with sustenance. With causing, giving you extra protection. Like there's a spell that you might have heard of called bark skin or stone skin, where you can create a protection of your actual skin, and it changes you. Well, this would do that same thing, but since Rebecca's steel, it would actually give you a metal exterior.
Oh wow!
It wouldn't last very long, but in larger quantities, if you were to not just touch it, but eat it. If you ate the wool, or something ate Rebecca, I hate to say it, but the entire creature that would eat it would turn to this material. It would become a giant metal object.
Oh wow!
And the only reason I mention this is because when I went to Drazan, there were statues of dragons, of creatures, large creatures, but they were completely metal. It was the strangest thing. No one knew what caused them, but there was that legend that, there was the metal sheep that these creatures would eat, and that's why no creature would eat these sheep.
It's a defense mechanism.
It is, like the little bright frogs, that you find in the jungle. Like,
yes.
You wouldn't eat one of those because they just know. So they were able to find all the grass they wanted because no one would want to ingest them or touch them because they would turn to steel, turn to metal. It's quite fascinating, but I'm glad that you haven't tried to eat her. Let's put it that way.
Well, no, I certainly would never, not Rebecca. Could this is such great news. Is there some sort of like record or some sort of book, or can you tell somebody else about this? Does this need to be noted in some sort of scientific journal?
Well, the only journals I know of are the ones that that the knights have access to. There's a library up in Chesquin. It's towards the north above. I think you guys were just in Boulder Bell in the United King's realm, so it's Chesquin's kind of a. There's a library there. They might have something. That's the only thing I know about. But the
stopped in
the steel sheep, as they were known, they've been, like I said, I thought they were extinct, and so I don't think many people know about them, and I'm afraid if people found out, there would be some people less more opportunistic than I am that might want to study Rebecca in bad ways. Maybe hurt her, possibly for science or other reasons. So I would be careful who you showed her to.
She's been living with me for a long while, but would she be happier back in Drazan? Should she return home?
It's from what I know about creatures like this, but about her is they're willing to be flexible, and they're extremely loyal. That comes from her her sheep background. They like to be herded. They like to be part of the group. So I don't think it matters. Well, you would know better than I about her, but see what she thinks. If she's comfortable, then she'll let you know. She'll have a purpose for you, I'm sure.
Well, this is I've been waiting such a long time to find anybody who knew anything about her. This is remarkable, Cyrano. Thank you.
I'm full of useless knowledge. I don't know how it could help, really. But thank you again for the rescue, and I'm glad I didn't remain tiny in a giant tree frozen by a beetle. So that's not something how I wanted to end it up. So I appreciate the rescue.
Yeah, that was a weird one, I gotta admit.
It was, and also there was a witch, and we're in a very strange line of work.
It's so strange, isn't it?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna lie down. In fact, so he goes to rest.
Fair enough. We'll see you in the hole.
Anybody else want to do anything, or are we ready to move on? Okay. So, just cutting to the chase a little bit, you guys find yourself in the Grumble Gate. Melbin, I would assume that they might have even said, like, maybe you should sit this one out, and, but how do you feel?
I should be there to help you all in case of danger.
Yeah, and you're sore, but you're fully healed. You're up to full hit points. You don't have any exhaustion. It's been a couple days. So you're ready to go.
Let's do it.
Physically, anyway.
Yeah.
And there's a couple other people that are like, maybe we should bring somebody else, and they ask, and everybody else is kind of like, well, we're actually going to head back, and we're gonna leave soon, and they just feel like a little bit left out, that sort of thing. I'm not gonna say XX has to come with everybody, but
I don't want to do two characters. It's bad enough having a summoner where I have 8
for sure
creatures to manage. So
I think you've also sort of been curious about, like, well, I finished my mission and I do want to get back because it sounds like a lot of time has passed.
Yeah.
And I need to get back to report on what happened because I feel like maybe some of the information I know could help. So the 5 of you, our regular party, Melbin, Theo, Diedre, Igneous, and Yenni, all are in the Grumble Gate. Rafaela is down there with Ganok, the little grung sorcerer who's preparing the spell of the teleportation that will take you there. And Rafaela says, well, I wish you luck on your last journey. Do be careful. This is probably one of the most dangerous, as not many people have gone into the sunless jungle and been able to come back. So keep your wits about you. Remember that you do have your knight's tattoos. Ganok, keep it down. He's just teleportation's getting a little loud. You do have your tattoos. You can use them to locate once the knight is nearby. And just be careful. You'll be fine. I'll keep researching the gods.
Thank you.
Were you about to say something, Theo?
Yes, I forgot I had unfinished business with a shopkeep in what the last place was.
Well, you'll have to research that later.
I guess so. Okay, goodbye.
Maybe we can send me a message. Maybe we can send a messenger to.
Okay, great.
You paid a lot of money. That's right.
Oh yeah.
Theo paid a lot of money for.
We left
something. What did you order? I forget. He was going to make you a ring.
Yeah.
It was
a custom ring. Oh, that's right. Okay. Yeah. So, okay. You're just like, And then
did he go back and it was just like there was no
you
building
guys
there.
teleported
It was just
out because Melbin was dead. So.
Oh, that's right. We had a bit of an expedient retreat.
All right. So
then that doesn't happen.
We didn't even get the ottoman.
Oh,
yeah,
ring and the
that's
ottoman
right.
we left back there. So there's 2 pieces of business we have to go back for.
Yep.
Yeah, we need a mini episode. Going back
Okay.
to that.
So y'all, jeez. You guys
Actually,
go
I don't
back.
think you can go back because we used the tattoos to get out, and I think you said something about there being like a 90 days before you could go back through the Grumble Gate if you use the tattoo to get out.
I mean, they could send you back. what did I say? 90 days before you could go back to the same location?
Something like that. I don't remember exactly what it was. Maybe it was 30 days. But yeah, there's some rule along those lines.
Yeah, I'll look it up. Yeah, I'm just.
Oh yeah, 90 days. Cannot then go back to that same location for 90 days if
Oh,
we
wow,
use the
okay.
tattoo.
Good for me.
Mm-hmm.
I loopholed
no.
myself. That's good. Well, you'll figure it out.
Okay, good.
Or you could
Just
go to
start
another
walking
place
or
nearby.
something.
I mean, there's other places that the knights have.
Oh, it's just not the specific point. You could go 10 feet over.
Well, you'll find out. You'll find out. Okay, so you guys go through the teleportation circle, and you go through, and then almost immediately you enter this this thick canopy of vines and trees and jungle, and the air is humid, and and you hear like these kind of insects, and you know that it's once you're landed, you're kind of using your nature knowledge to head south, but because it's a little hard to find your way around, I would like all of you to make a survival check to try to find your way south.
16.
5.
15.
8.
17 for Yenni.
Oh, okay. Those of you who rolled above a 15, you get a pretty good sense based on where the sun is poking through the trees that south is kind of in a certain direction. So you say like, oh, I think we need to head this way, and you make your way there. You're heading through the jungle, kind of slicing your way through. Those of you who have blades have to kind of cut back. The path is very narrow. It's about like just 4 or 5 feet, and you're kind of winding your way through south, cutting through branches, and there's bugs that are zipping around, and kind of keeping your eye about. And about 30 minutes into your journey, you pass through you see a stone archway. It's kind of wrapped around with vines, and it's mossed over, and it's about 10 feet tall and about 5 feet wide, and it's almost like right in the middle of the path that you have to kind of go through. It's very thick overgrowth on either side, but it's like this little archway that's right in the middle. Well, it looks pretty old. So you just notice that, and you want to keep going?
Yep.
Okay, so you make your way through the arch, and as you make your way through, each one of you notice a slight shimmer in the air, like heat escaping from the flame, and then kind of goes away. It's just okay, interesting. At that point, you keep walking, and you're going through this thick overgrowth and leaves, and there's this damp, kind of warm feeling in the air. It's midday, but the sun is kind of peeking through the leaves above, and you hear 2 birds arguing, like, "Rah, ah, 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 ah." And then you hear this large, deep growl. And then this primal shriek, this, and then a bunch of birds going. And this is happening kind of in the distance in some direction. Then, suddenly, from off to your right, you hear running through the leaves. And I'm going to invite our guest in. And bounding out over a log comes a dwarf. Salt and pepper graying beard, wielding 2 pickaxes, and wearing short athletic shorts.
No!
Weston, come on.
Hey!
Hello.
Look at that
Hey,
facial
Weston.
hair. Oh my gosh.
Do you want to describe to the group what they see? I kind of gave you a little pamphlet, but you're running from a large roar that happened in the background.
What you see before you is a pair of calves that are well chiseled.
sweat gleaming, moisture gleaming off of them. That's all the right angles. You see a pair of very nice tan shorts. In addition, above on the upper torso, you see what looks like 2 armored shoulder pads with spikes coming off of them, with a couple more pieces of plate right over, the old 1 and 2 pec 1 and pec 2, crop top, exposing the dwarven 6-pack that's no longer buried underneath any kind of clothing.
Just wearing a crop top midriff.
Crop top midriff. It's been a long while stuck in the jungle.
All right.
Here.
So you see this guy, this little dwarf, and he's like running towards you. What do you do?
Hey, it's
You heard the thing that you saw a while back. And you know what I'm talking about. You heard it and you kind of were like, oh, there it is. We got to go.
Listen, it's coming. It's very big, and it's got very big. You gotta go. You can't just stand. I'm out of here. I'm gonna keep running.
Is it as sweaty as you are?
I am. Do I recognize any of these people that I'm looking at?
No. So what you see before you is so you see a human male in full plate armor, kind of a little mustachioed blonde hair. You see a dark ashen skin, charcoal skin with like a fire sort of mohawk feather kind of thing going on, and with wraps around his hands. A small halfling female with a big bone chisel like skeleton axe, just almost as big as she is. You see an orc that is wearing this kind of gentle shepherd's outfit with a crook and everything. And you see a very well-dressed, very lithe, thin and athletic high elf with hair pulled back in a braid.
Regular jungle people.
There's a lot of you. Have you been stuck in the jungle for a while now? Or no, wait. Listen, there's a big old lizard chasing after me. It's eaten me 4 times. Listen, I can't go through that again. Its teeth are as tall as I am.
Oh, friend dwarf, we could help you stop the lizard if you wish.
You think you can stop the lizard? All of you with your little. I mean, maybe.
Well, you survived.
Sure. If I've come back to life 4 times now or 3 times, I don't know how numbers are hard. Maybe with your help we can do this.
Did it spit you out, or how did you come out of this?
Oh well, you see, I have no idea. I keep waking up over and over again in this place. Okay,
I'm good with running then. Maybe we should all run and talk.
Yes, I don't wish to die again. Let's go.
It's real big, but I mean it's honestly its arms are kind of underwhelming if I'm being completely honest with you. Its arms are a little bit under. Yeah, we should probably get out of here before it chases us down and nibbles on our keisters.
All right, so you guys head on through the path.
Are our tattoos tingling? Have we?
I mean, you can check your tattoo if you'd like.
We're looking for knights, and he seems knighty. Does he have a tattoo?
You basically have to use the ability of a find person, but it's specifically find person for a knight. So as soon as one of you does that, it's like bing.
Seems like a waste.
Who's trying to find me right now? What's
I think we're here to find you.
So you get a sense that this is definitely a knight that is in front of you.
Did one of you just use the thing?
Yeah, I think we're here to get you. You need getting.
Someone sent people after me? Oh, that's so nice.
Coach, you remember getting a message in a rock that had Bartleby from Arcacia, and it has his voice, and he was kind of explaining how the new upgrades to the tattoos work. And,
Yeah.
You remember something about, like people, you could find other knights, and you could message other knights and things like that, but kind of some of it sunk in, some of it didn't.
I mean, I've been, this new technology. It's all different and crazy. I don't really know how to work all the magic stuff. Okay, that's not really my thing. However, what I am very good at apparently is never dying. I'm pretty sure that I just can't die anymore. So you're all with the knights then? Is that right?
Indeed.
Yep.
Okay. Who sent you after me?
Well, we were kind of sent after someone. We had names for everybody else, but you were just. We got more of your location, so we assume it's you. Have you seen any other knights around here?
Oh well, I was asked to come here initially, and I didn't, and then I found out that my son found the letter that I was sent.
Uh-oh.
And
so your son came here?
Yeah, that's kind of been what I've been up to. I'm trying to find my son Den. He's gotta be around here somewhere. There's a village. How long have you been? Have you done the not dying thing yet?
We just got here just moments ago.
Actually, he has done the not dying thing, but I don't think that's related.
I don't want to talk about it.
You know what I wonder? I wonder if one of you were to die, if we would all restart or reset or reanimate.
Well, yeah, I don't know that we're comfortable with trying that out right now.
Oh well, believe me, it's not comfortable at all.
Oh no.
You feel every crunch of your bones. It is terrifying. I'm gonna need somebody to talk to when I get home. For sure.
Okay, wait. Have you only died when the lizard ate you, or have you died other times?
Oh, I've died so many times now. The lizard ate me like 3 times, and then I tried to blow up a machine. That killed me, and then we restarted again. It's been a whole thing. There's a village where I think they're holding my son, and every time I try and get in there, something bad goes down. And
this is definitely the worst place we've been.
And Igneous, you remember them talking that this particular knight that was sent here has been missing for 3 months.
Right. Okay.
Like I was saying, it's probably been a couple, like a week or so of trying to do. I've completely lost track of time.
About how many times in total, estimated, would you say about that you've died recently?
Well, if I were to line them up, as many like layers as there are in granite, I would say it would probably stand like 30 feet tall.
I don't know specifically how much that is, but it sounds horrific.
Welcome back to Rock Talk with Coach.
Oh god.
We were talking about thickness of granite.
Totally made sense to Corey, guys.
It's been an awful long time.
All right. Well, listen. What you need? I assume you're not going to leave without your son. So what do you know about him? Let's work this out and try not to get eaten.
Well, at this point, I don't know if I could leave at all. Every time I walk around, I just get looped back. So leaving's not really an option. Den is a little bit shorter than me. Brown hair. My same striking features, although he does have a bit smaller frame than I do. If I'm being completely honest. Real nice lad. glasses. Hopefully, still got those. Those were expensive.
Right, where is he?
Oh, the village. Right. Okay. So listen, there's a village, a little ways down here, if I'm right. I stopped talking. I'm gonna listen for any stomping of that creature.
You're coming with us, so I don't see the need to give us.
I think we're okay. Okay. All right. There's a village down the way, and there's this construct, this like massive machine that's inside the village, and it keeps exploding. I've tried to destroy it. Every time I destroy it, I wake up again, like I got looped around again. And maybe there's I don't know if it's the machine that's causing it. It's real out of the ordinary. I mean, I've seen some wild stuff before, but this is kind of it's
Why
got
don't
steam
you
pouring
take
out
us
of
to
it,
take us
and
to
it. Sure, yeah. Let's go.
Have you seen your son in the village, or only this machine?
You know, once I thought I could have sworn that I heard his voice coming out of one of the tents, and I went in there. Or I didn't go in. I attempted to go in, and something shot me from the back, and I woke up again, and haven't been able to enter it since.
Well, let's go investigate. Carefully.
Yeah, sure. Quietly. Being quiet is my specialty, as you can tell. Yeah.
It looks like you and Melbin are gonna get along really well in that regard.
Which one of you is Melbin?
Oh, hello. I am Melbin Gelrod.
Well, you
Edit that
noticed. Well, on the back, you must have seen it. It says Coach. That is actually my name on the back of my jersey.
Oh, okay.
Oh, come to assume that was a title. Okay, that's your name.
The number got cut off a little bit, but yeah, you can just call me Coach.
It is a pleasure to meet you.
You too, Melbourne.
Melbin.
Melbourne. Okay.
I go up and reach out to shake your hand and says, "I'm Igneous. Nice to meet you." And as you look at me, you realize I look just like one the troops that came out of the Sharkandrus's base that you fought at the end of season 1. All the like fire troops, they look like me. Pleased to meet you. You seem like a good corner.
But a lot less armor. He looks like he's been kind of chilling, and he's wearing a. You're wearing a cloak, I think, still, right?
Well, this is wild.
Not the camel one.
Not the camel.
Do you know Sora?
Sora. Yes. Yeah, we met Sora. She's the leader of the Knights.
Oh. I didn't know she was leading by now. I just got a letter from the but that's good for her. So you must be from that. Anyway, we should probably get out of the path of this thing. I don't know when it's gonna be coming through. Everybody, good to meet everyone. I'm sure I'll forget all your names. And as soon as we all die, hopefully we start over together again.
I have no
Yeah,
intentions
hopefully.
of dying today.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't either. Unlike foot 1 and 2, of the granite. Anyway, let's go.
All right, so everybody give me a stealth check.
Great. So good at that.
It's gonna go over well.
Thing I'm good at.
9. Ah!
18. Oh no!
28.
Woo-wee.
8.
1 for me.
Okay.
Get for making
That is a 6.
6.
Big 6.
Melvin, what'd you get?
Coach.
9.
So you guys reach this clearing, and I'm going to go ahead and move some stuff so you can start seeing things. There is a bit of fog in the air, so like some mist and fog and jungle, jungleness that you see. And Coach, you've seen this before. but it was a lot more clear the last time you saw it. There's a bit of a moisture that comes in and makes it hard to see at certain parts of the day or the same part of the day.
Yeah,
It always seems to be this part of the day again and again and again. And when you do make it to the camp, it's always kind of misty and it's hard to tell.
yeah. It's a bit difficult to. Let me speak a little bit quieter. It's a bit difficult to see through, but if you look little ways just to the west, you can see the little hut, and then that big thing in the middle is that machine I was telling you about.
That one over there?
The last
what?
time I was here, I got shot in the back of the head. So just keep your voice down.
Iggy turns around real fast.
Would I know like what direction the hut was?
Yeah, the hut is a little bit further up. So when you moved further, this is one of the places that you died at least once by moving forward. So but the hut is a little bit further west and to the north a little bit.
All right. So I've died here on occasion, many occasions. Let's try and be quiet and move in. I actually haven't tried approaching the camp at this time of the day. I've tried it usually a little bit later. I'm always running away from the T-Rex a lot longer than that. Maybe it hurt all of your little scampery feet as well. And thought something different. Just your presence here maybe will change things. So I'm optimistic.
And it's just to let you know, it's been about 45 minutes or so since you first arrived through the stone archway, like trekking through and everything like that.
So you all just came to rescue me, huh?
Well, that's the idea, yeah.
Oh,
Don't exactly have anything else going on.
Oh, well, that's a lot of enthusiasm. I appreciate it.
You were
seem to
last on
think
our
you had-
list.
They seem to think you had some sort of important mission. Had to be kept secret. Were you here? Anything besides finding your son brought you here? You said you were supposed to come and your son came instead, right?
Yeah, that's about right. Yeah, I've got a whole mine back, and I was training so many new people coming on, and I just didn't have the time, you know. A lot of other lives kind of hung in the balance.
So maybe the mission they wanted you to send on had something to do with this crazy
this
machine.
thing. Yeah. I've completely forgotten why I was here in the first place. This place is messing with my brain. I just came here to get Den and leave.
Perhaps your son Den knows why. You said he read the letter?
He's much brighter than me, so I'm sure he did.
Coach, you remember you actually do have the letter with you.
Oh, let me. It's like sticking out of my back pocket.
Yeah.
Would that be the letter right there,
Yeah.
maybe? Right,
Yeah.
right there.
Theo notices it and he's like, "Oh,
How did that survive but not your shirt?
Oh no, this is how I came. This is my battle gear.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah,
So-
I don't need very much. Us dwarves are pretty hardy, as if you can't tell.
Theo, do you take the letter?"
No. I won't take it. I just point it out and say, "Is that the letter?"
Oh, I can't really see over my. Hold on, let me. The armor makes it hard. Can you grab it for me?
I don't feel like
I'll grab the letter here.
Okay, Igneous grabs it.
Ooh.
Melbin learned his lesson about reading strange things last time.
So Igneous, you pull out this folded, nicely written in a fine script, but and it has the little knight's insignia at the top. And it says, "Dear Coach, I hope this letter finds you well and your family has managed to find its peace during this great calamity. We have an urgent need for reserve members of the Knight's Order, and I wouldn't ask if we were not running on a minimum crew. We have reason to believe a blacksmith of great renown, a red dragonborn named Bartoville, is alive and living a reclusive existence in the sunless jungle within the southern peninsula of Ogjahar. Head to Vine Warden and go south into the jungle. Our scrying has shown he's in there, but we've had trouble getting any communication to him. We need him to build something with a material that is incredibly hard to work with. I think with your mutual love of earthen materials and appreciation of hard work, you'll be able to connect with him and convince him to help. You can assure Bartovel that there will be any payment or compensation he requires for his assistance. If you find him, we need you to bring him to us in respite. Please use your Knight's Mark to communicate with me if you accept or decline this mission. I hope you accept. Sora McIntyre, First Knight of the Order."
Yeah, I could not figure that out for the life of me. So that actually does ring a bell. Bato. I definitely heard that name before. Bato. Somebody in the camp was talking about it. Somebody down in this village area, this ruined area. Is one of the names. Again, and then I got knocked out and woke up again. Maybe one of you can talk to him a little bit easier than I can.
All right, well, point the way. You said you heard your son once in a tent, right?
I thought I did. It was in a hut.
Is that near here?
Further to the west, you start hearing this.
Oh no, that's the sound.
Clanking and whirring and.
That's what sound? What sound? What does that sound mean?
It's the machine.
Right, the one that blows up and then you die.
Yeah, and then everything I think dies. It all goes white.
And you hear somebody yell in that direction. You say, "No, you have to stay. I'm trying to help you."
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna run towards that sound.
Whoa!
You're gonna run towards it?
Yeah.
Yeah. We definitely got to go help.
I need you to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
21.
I mean, I tried to tell him, right?
21. Okay.
Really tell Igneous.
All right.
You told me every day at this time you blew up.
I did say that. I did. Yep. Mm-hmm. I didn't tell him how much it hurts, though.
All right. So as you are running forward and you run over this spot. Okay. You got a 21. So you step on a plate in the center of this floor, kind of all these little stone tiles. Some of them have cracks in them, some of them don't. You hear this little and then and you just feel this giant thunderous boom kind of fling you up from underneath your foot. You manage to kind of right yourself, but it knocks you to the side just a little bit, and you do take 7 points of thunder damage, and then the rest of you just hear this.
Oh no!
Yeah, that seems about right. Those things are all over the place. I tried.
Iggy, are you okay?
It kind of stops you in your tracks. It doesn't knock you prone, but you do kind of get pushed to the side about 10 feet. And then in front of you, now that he's done this, you notice some of the mist has kind of drifted away, and up on a higher platform, up a series of steps, you see this red dragonborn surrounding next to a large mechanism that's towering up. It's a series of discs and plates and these sort of orbs that are going around, and he's hitting it with this kind of metal rod, and he's like twisting something with a wrench, and he's like, "No, you have to work. No, I'm so close. I almost had it this time. Come on."
Hey,
Bato?
are you turning that on or off?
He turns to you and says, "Stay out of this. I don't know who you are, but you're not welcome here. Mind your own business.
I think we're gonna talk again soon.
This Dragonborn is kind of hitting stuff, and he's like, I don't have time for this. And he kind of waves his fingers, and from the side, you see these 3 large beasts. They're long and black and cat-like, but they have these tails that kind of whip around and glowing eyes, and this sort of ethereal black mist is coming out from behind them, and they are growling at you. One of them is on top of this little stone tower, and the other ones are kind of crawling out from the sides. What do you do?
Oh, hey, Bado. Are we doing this again?
Coach, is it? Yes, I'm afraid so, but I'm not giving up.
Oh, come on. It's been so long. Like, we've all been stuck doing this for how long now? Are you keeping track?
It's only been 54 minutes. I've only got a few minutes left.
Wait a minute. You don't remember?
No, I remember. But in this cycle, it's only been that long. I only have a few minutes left, and I have to start all over again.
Oh.
How long do we have?
Right now, approximately 4 minutes.
Oh, that's not good.
Oh, here
I'd
we
like
go
to, while
again.
they're talking, like, be kind of sneaking in the side. I want to kind of hug this wall and get behind Iggy and, like, but try to, like, stay in the shadows and, like, hopefully not draw any attention.
This time, I'm gonna look past Bado, and I'm gonna actually look at the machine. Can I approach Bado?
You can try.
Coach trying to... Sure. Bado...
Please don't come any closer, or my pets will have to hurt you.
They've done it before. What are they gonna do? Bite me again? I've gotten beaten by giant lizards. I listen. Can I help you at all? I mean, I can see some of the materials you're working with. There's some impurities in them.
What do you mean?
Well, I own a mine. Like we do all the purifications. We have all the veins of silver and platinum and ore and all sorts of things. Like I could. There looks like there's some impurities in some of the materials you're using.
You seem knowledgeable about all kinds of minerals, and at another time I would be fascinated about this, but I don't have the time right now.
It's just
And
my
then
aura of minerals.
From the tent, you hear, maybe you should listen to him.
Mm-hmm.
He says, I'm trying to do this for you.
Do I recognize the voice at all?
That voice, no. It's a male voice. It's a higher pitched male voice. You don't recognize it though.
Was that
I
your
want to
son?
go to the tent as fast as possible, but paying attention to where I step.
Okay, give me. As soon as you pass this layer right here, the beasts are going to lunge at you.
Oh boy.
And in fact, one sec. They. Okay.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
The suspense is
Yeah,
killing me.
It's probably okay. All right. Yeah. So it's gonna this beast is gonna lunge at you as soon as you start moving forward, and it's going to make an attack as soon as you make an attack, just to see if it catches up with you, because you're pretty fast. Go ahead and make a dex check, and it's gonna make a dex check as well.
16.
You got a 22. So it's going to catch up with you. It just lunges like, and it's going to make an attack with its tentacles on the back of its tail. The first one is going to be a 24,
Hit.
and the second will be a 19.
Yeah, hit.
Okay. Okay, you're going to take 13 points of bludgeoning damage, and I need you all to roll initiative. Yenni, you're going to be up first because you are super alert, and if you want to have moved forward a little bit, I'll say that you can have. There are these beasts that one of them just went to attack Igneous. One of them's up on the platform here. Another one's kind of lurching in. There's Bato, the Dragonborn, up here with the big machine. What would you like to do?
I think I'm gonna go straight for the one that attacked Igneous.
Okay.
That probably sets me off.
Yeah.
And then if I were, let's say I had moved before, but kind of to like this little entryway area, distance-wise, what are we talking about here? Okay, it's within reach. All right, good.
Yep.
All right, then I'm just gonna make a dash with my axe, and then this is like a four-legged kind of beast.
Yeah, it's four-legged. It's dark, but
With
it has
tentacles.
these with multiple tentacles on its tail. These kind of like suction.
And mist.
Gross.
If I can, I want to go for the legs, either hind legs or front legs, whichever legs are
right.
closest to me.
Yes.
With a kind of running swipe at it.
Sweep the leg, Yenni.
Ah, leg man.
Woman.
Oh, leg woman.
Will a 15 hit?
I need you to roll with disadvantage.
Oh, okay. Will a 14 hit?
14 will hit. So
Hey,
as you
awesome.
go to strike this thing, you see it kind of shimmer a little bit. It was like, and it's sort of it's like to the left and to the right. And you're like but then you see where it's a little bit more solid at one point, and you kind of go for the legs, and you manage to make purchase. You hit it in the back calf, and you hear this, and it growls. What's your damage?
Let's see. 8.
8 damage, okay. Strikes into its leg. Your second attack,
Yeah, let's go for it. And this one also with disadvantage?
also at disadvantage.
Got it. Okay. How about an 18 this time?
18 will hit.
Nice.
With
All
more
right.
confidence, you strike down, knowing where it is. It's kind of limp to the side a little bit. Still kind of hard to track, but you manage to get contact. What's the damage on that?
This one's going to be 11.
11. Okay. It kind of shrieks out in pain, "Ah!" And then it's kind of turns its attention towards you as you're striking it. Igneous, you are up next.
I still want to make for the tent. So Shadow Step if possible, or Misty Step if not possible, and just vamp towards the tent area.
Okay. Yeah, you can make towards the tent. I think you'll definitely want to make it. It's 20 feet to the tent, so you can, do you want to shadow step? It's dark in there. There's a flap, so you can blind leap, or you can go right outside of it.
I don't think I can get into where I can't see, or at least I wouldn't. So I'd get as close into it. Like if the flap's open a little bit and I can see there's like space there, I'd go into that area. Otherwise, like right outside the flap.
Okay, so we'll go right in front, and then you can go the rest of the way. What you see inside is two figures. You see another Dragonborn, male, a little bit thinner, wearing some glasses and some robes in blue and teal, and a small dark-haired dwarf tied up to a chair, wearing some glasses a little bit cocked to the side. He looks very disgruntled and upset about something, and he's gagged. He's like, and then the other one's like, well, I appreciate the effort, whoever you are, but we're all about to explode, so I'll see you soon.
I'm Iggy. Nice to meet you. And I'll try to take the gag off of. I assume you're Den. Remove gag.
Get us out of here. We're gonna explode very soon.
That's probably true. Your dad's here, by the way. Did you know that?
He is?
Seems cool. Yeah.
That's who was yelling.
Seems like he loves you very much. You Dragonborn.
Now's not the time or the place.
Right. Well, I'm not sure what to do at this point. It seems like we need to maximize our efficiency at that moment. Any ideas?
All right. We'll come back to you. The 6 seconds is up. The lot of conversation. That's your turn. The next up is Bato. So he is still trying to get this thing to work, but he's kind of upset, that you all have kind of caused chaos into things, and he's like, "No, keep out of that tent. You can't mess with him." And he's gonna turn around. He's actually gonna step to the side, to the left, and he steps on a plate that's on the ground, and you see this kind of shimmering around him. This kind of glow happens, almost like little sparks go off on the ground, but he kind of braces himself a little bit, and all of a sudden he starts moving very fast, and he just whips his head around like unnaturally fast, and then runs faster than you've seen a Dragonborn run, just like right up to Coach. He just like
Hey,
almost like,
Bato.
"Hey, how did you do that?" And he says, "I don't know why you're here. I don't know who you are, but you need to stay away." And he will cast. His hands start to glow and spark, and he presses out to you, and he's going to cast a lightning bolt in the direction that will hit you and Theo, or attempting to hit you and Theo.
Oh dear.
In 100-foot range. Nope, you can't move. No, you gotta come back. You gotta come back. So I need y'all to make a dexterity saving throw.
I have advantage on these. Not great. 12.
Theo?
Danger sense.
Danger
Danger sense. Danger sense. Gonna hit
Still
some
got
lightning
danger
to
sense.
you. Danger sense. Danger sense.
danger.
All right.
Sense.
Let's.
Man, all the old will come
the old
back.
bit-
Hey, bro, don't fix it.
You both take 29 points of lightning damage.
Oh.
And anything that is flammable on you starts to catch fire if you have anything.
Oh, no, the jersey.
All my armor.
Your clothes.
The
your
jersey,
clothes are
yeah.
on fire.
It just reveals
The robes,
even more of my
your
very
staff, it just-
stunning.
Oh no.
And then, okay, and that's his turn. Coach, it's your turn.
Aha.
You are crispy.
That's
Coach.
that's a new trick. How about this one? And he's just gonna get really mad and rage.
Yeah.
Where's my son? I'm gonna go ahead and rage here, and then I'm gonna pull out lunge, and I'm gonna pull out squat. That are two axes, or not axes. They're mining picks. One of them is this like yellow and pink, and like it has like these like gold flecks on it. It has like ribbons fluttering off of it. Ignore lunge. Just look at how cool this one is. He's now holding up squat, and he's gonna go in for an attack against our Dragonborn friend here. Sorry, I'm having to reopen D&D Beyond because it's being slow on the other browser. There we go. Okay, we're gonna do some attacks. So the first one with Squat. With his little ability that he has going on right now, do I have any? Do I just do normal attacks?
It's haste. Yeah. So.
You can boost your AC.
Yeah, he just gets a higher AC. Okay.
Yeah. Just
Cool.
AC.
All right, so we're going to attack. Oh, that is a 27 to hit. First
That'll
one.
hit.
And then I'm also going to roll for squat as well.
Okay.
That is a natural 1 because coach.
Oh no.
So lunge is going to go in there. I'm assuming that's going to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
All right. We're going to do that there. That's a 10 points of damage with my rage. That's 11 points of damage. Because I rolled a 1. And we're gonna call that. You go with my free action. Say, where's Dendon? Just kind of swiping at him with these 2 mining picks.
He'll say, if you're talking about the other dwarf, he's in the tent. He was trying to meddle a little too quickly, and I had to restrain him.
You did what? And that'll end my turn.
Okay. Next up is the displacer beasts. So, beastie number 1, who was the one that attacked Igneous, but now is going to turn around and attack Yenni. Going to make 2 tentacle attacks. That's a natural 1. It's and the second one is 18.
18 will hit.
All right. And that's going to be a 9 points of bludgeoning damage with the tentacle. Beastie number 2 is going to leap down. Oop, not get super big. Sorry. I need to move it.
Medium biggened.
Yeah, it's going to leap down behind Diedre and attack you.
Oh, but I was so sneaky.
So 23 and
Oh,
16.
yeah,
16 hit?
20. Well, no, but a 23 will hit.
Okay, 23 hits. So you take 9 points of bludgeoning damage. And then
But I
the
do
third.
have my what is it? Uncanny dodge. So
Okay.
I can use my reaction to half that.
Okay. So 4?
Yep.
Or 5? 5. And then the third one's going to rush over to Melbin. It's going to attack you the same way. This is basically what it does. Another natural 1 and then a 23.
23 will hit.
So one tentacle goes out, and you're like, ha ha, and you block it, and then the other one smacks you right in the face, just like this kind of wet, sharp pain hits you.
Ew!
And right in the forehead, and that's gonna be 6 points of bludgeoning damage.
Rude.
I hate wet, sharp pain.
Yeah, it's kind of sucking on you for a second, and then it lashes out again. That's the displacer beast. Diedre, you are up, followed by Melbin. Bato
Okay.
looks very nervous at this point. He's kind of looking back. It's like, no, I can't. I don't have time for this.
Am I able to kind of manage to get flanking from Beastie 1 between me and Yenni?
Beastie 1, yeah.
Since I've got Yenni on the other side of it.
Yeah, I'll say yes.
Then I'm gonna stab him.
Okay. Stab the beastie with disadvantage.
I thought I had advantage if I'm flanking.
Oh, so it's just a straight roll because there is disadvantage. So it's just a straight roll because you have disadvantage because it's a displacer beast.
Hey.
Well, then it's 28.
So
It's like,
Just-
yeah.
Just vantage.
28 to
Just
hit.
normal.
28 he'll hit, yes.
And then that's going to be 14 damage. And since I don't
Okay.
have advantage, I don't get my Well, a bonus, though.
Well, it's a displacer beast. Okay, but you do hit it, and it's yowls in pain as a large panthery cat kind of does. That's your turn.
I haven't really used my cloak of displacement. Speaking of displacement,
You haven't.
which basically means they should have disadvantage when trying to hit me. But oh well, we can let that go next time.
Well, good to know. Remind me next time. As if you don't have enough advantage about being hit with evasion.
I do two things well. I don't get hit, and then I can do one hit really nice.
Yes. All right. Well, there you go.
And locks. 3 things. Don't get hit.
Melbin, you're up.
Stabbing.
Cool.
Melbin's up. Bato says, "Please, you have to let me get back to my work. I'm so close."
Can I skirt around Beastie 3 without still staying within melee range of him without invoking an attack? Okay, cool.
Yeah, go ahead.
That's what I wanted to do. Just wanted to make sure. Okay, I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna So now I'm within melee range of both of them. I think I'll attack Beastie 3 since he attacked me.
Okay.
So I will. So I have disadvantage on attacks. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Ooh, potentially I will get to use my new feat.
Ooh.
Let's see. So I'll attack once with the hammer side. That's a. Oh wait, I have a big old plus on my attacks. That's a 14 to hit.
14 will just hit.
Cool. And so if I'd missed, I would have got. Okay. So 14 hits, and then I'll attack him again. I'll just roll, then I can roll all the damage at once. 19 to hit that time. So okay, so both of those
19.
will hit.
Yeah. Yep.
And then 27 points of damage.
Ooh.
And I will use my bonus action with my shield master to shove Bato. Because it doesn't it doesn't say I have to use it doesn't say I have to be the same person. It just says
Do you have to be within
5 feet?
All right. Just
I'll let
for
you
this,
call it.
Yeah. Okay, that's fine. So you shove him, but you're gonna shove him right into Yenni.
Yeah, 5 feet.
Okay. So you're gonna shove him into Yenni. Poof. We'll say right there.
Yeah.
Kind of backs up. Yenni gets kind of knocked to the side, and he's like, "Ah!"
Sorry. Bato, we don't care if you use your machine. We just want the other dwarf.
All right. Theo, you are up. Before Theo goes, this Iggy next to you, the Dragonborn, he's like, excuse me, and he kind of runs out, and he turns to Bato and says, Bato, please, you have to let it go. It's not going to work. And that's it. Theo, you're up.
Okay. Theo is going to cast a spell called Call Lightning.
Oh, yeah.
And is going to summon a cloud. Maybe about there-ish.
Oh, snap.
And is going to summon a lightning bolt. I guess to hit Bato. He's a bad
Okay.
guy.
Yeah.
He's bad, doing bad. So he's got to roll a dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
DC 16.
Yep. All right.
Actually fighting outside, I swear, every time I've ever tried to use Call Lightning.
Oh, I know, right? I gotta take advantage.
It's been inside.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. It was a dex save. Sorry.
Dex save. Yeah.
Rubes stand no chance.
That's going to be 18. 18.
Okay, so then he will take 5 lightning damage.
Okay. Ah! Please! Is that it?
And then I'll cast Shillelagh.
Okay. You kind of ready your shillelagh. A little extra lightning charge from when you get hit by lightning. When you get hit by lightning, you decide to return the favor, and it strikes down and hits Bato, and this large cloud is kind of looming above. Does the cloud kind of stay?
Yep, it stays, and I can.
Okay, it's just right there.
Can keep striking down.
And oh gosh, that's dangerous.
Yeah.
And you hear Bato, and he looks back at this other Dragonborn who has run out, and he says, "I'm sorry. I'm just trying to save you." And then at that moment, this machine that Bato was working on starts fizzing and hissing, and he says, "I'll see you all soon."
Oh,
and then
not again.
just everything goes white.
What?
And all of a sudden, after a moment of what you feel is painful ringing in your ears, this kind of settles down, and you hear you're surrounded by thick overgrowth and leaves. There's a damp, warm feeling in the air. It's midday, but the sun is kind of barely peeking through the leaves above. You hear 2 birds singing and arguing. Ah! Ah! You hear this large growl. And a bunch of birds fluttering through the trees. And to your right, you hear a running. And it's Coach.
Ah! Oh no, why is it always is it always right? It's never peaceful. It never feels nice. Oh, where were those? Where were all those people?
You've
Coach,
been
right?
nice.
dying every hour for 3 months.
You're telling me it's been terrible.